What's been happening over the last few weeks with me is that just kind of another level of knowledge has opened up for me, and this practice that we do, right, when we're going back and forth and we're going side to side and we're moving, and I tell you, shake your hand, right? I always encourage you, shake your hand, shake your fingers. You have to. That's a form, right? The shaking is a form, and you have to teach your body, get used to that shaking. And a lot of you, right, as you're moving, a lot of times you can feel that it just wants to vibrate. Yeah. So that's really good. Um, the the physical, right? The shaking helps to loosen things up. If you shake really hard, of course, that'll actually help to tone up the ligaments and tendons, right? And ultimately, a lot of it is to move the chi, move the energy through your body. So what's happened is, as I'm studying, you know how you study and you hear things and it doesn't connect, but you write it down, right? Like when we're freshmen in college, and we have to sit through lectures and we just copiously copy everything down, right, verbatim, and then we take the test and we memorize it and we pass the test or we don't, but the test is done. We don't have to memorize it. It's gone. Right? And somebody asks us a question and said, "Hey, I learned that in college," and we regurgitate the knowledge, but we really don't know what we're talking about, right? And they say, "Wow, how does that work?" And we give them that blank stare, like, "You realize that was a 100 level course." But I was listening to some lectures again, and I always tell you the heart is number one. But I realized that I'm still really on a definition kind of understanding. Maybe, I'm still beginner, maybe beginner intermediate. But what happened is something spoke to me. So as as you learn your mechanical forms, as you start to understand, like the qua, right? I talk about the qua. As you understand and start feeling and moving from the shoulder, you get all those foundational forms inside, and you're still practicing and you're still listening. Right? When the form comes, gets set, then you're ready to understand new level of knowledge. Right? So if you build the house again, right? You build a nice strong foundation, right? Okay. So you build a nice strong foundation. If the foundation is bad, right, nothing works. You got to tear it down and you got to redo it. Otherwise, you just can't build something good on top of it. But if you get that nice solid foundation, you figure it out, you don't have to worry about it, right? Then you can build the house on it. And once that house is solid and you get it the way you want, then you can put the wires in and the plumbings, and then you can run the energy through it, right? But if you don't do it properly, right, you have all kinds of problems, right? Grounding issues, water issues. You turn this on, that doesn't work. So we're going through all of the same process in our body, right? We're toning up our body, we're increasing the capacity, and when we get to a certain point, something new can happen. So what I'm discovering, and this is beyond the form, but it's really something we want to develop energetically, is when we shake the palm, right, we start by thinking of the palm, right? Like just shake the palm. Well, if you start shaking the palm and you just relax and let it vibrate a little bit, but think about your whole shoulder joint vibrating. Okay? So that takes the E. Right? The E is the intent and the imagination. And all you have to do is you practice thinking that it's vibrating, imagining that this whole shoulder area is vibrating. And then you can focus on the joints. You can think of the joints vibrating. Right? So you start that vibration with your palm, and then just let it be more subtle. Just a nice little shake, then relax and drop. And then think of your shoulder area vibrating and let this go. So don't control, don't control the muscles in your palms, the muscles in your wrist, your muscle in your forearms to cause that shake. Just let it become softer, more subtle. Think of the shoulder vibrating, and then see if your palm still vibrates by itself. Okay? So you let go, right? So you let go of all of this, and you just think of your shoulder area vibrating, and you see if this one vibrates by itself. And it might vibrate really little bit, but it's still vibrating by itself. Okay, so vibrating the palm is first level, right? We're setting the form. Vibrating the shoulder joint and just letting that come out, that's kind of like the second level, right? We're turning on the power. And you see if the vibration comes out by itself. Okay? And then the next is you imagine your heart vibrating. And just imagine your heart vibrating and see if your palm still vibrates. Okay? And what's happening with me, I'll sit a little closer for this, is that the first level, right? First level is large, right? With large concrete. So you vibrate your palm, you just think, oh, vibrate the palm, and you start relaxing, and it can vibrate. But I realize I'm still controlling the palm, right? And then the next level, think of the shoulder vibrating, right? And the movement gets smaller, okay? But it comes from here. So I just think of this part vibrating, and I let this go. And consciously, intellect tells you, well, you still have to control and vibrate that a little bit more, but you really let it go. You just think of this vibrating, and the palm continues to vibrate. Okay? And then that next level, you let this go, and you think of your heart vibrating, and the physical movement of the palm becomes smaller. But I've let this go, it comes from the heart coming out. And now the importance of Sung, right? So Sung is relaxing. So you Sung everything here. You just let it go. And the palm eventually will vibrate on its own, just thinking of the heart. So if you want a real physical reaction, like if I'm healing somebody and I have to break up rocks, right? I have to turn it into powder, and I have to get that mallet and just hammer first, right? I would think more palm, right? I need more of that physical. If it starts breaking up, I need to vibrate the whole area inside, right? It's still kind of shaking it up now, but just getting everything inside to shake. Then I start thinking shoulder. It's more subtle. The energy flows more. It gets deeper. It's still a little bit more physical. But if I want to just penetrate, just energetically, like ultrasound, right? Ultrasound is just frequency penetrate. Then I think of my heart, and I don't need that big physical mallet whacking, right? But I just need that penetration. And that's what the heart does. So, again, it's one of those things where it's not necessarily one better than the other, but doing from the heart is a higher level, it's a higher frequency, but there is a purpose for being more physical. Right? Sometimes you just have to pound a little bit more, right? If you got massage, or you grew up giving your parents massage, and right, we grew up doing this type of massage, right? A lot of times. I don't know if you're like me. Just pound your parents back, right? And then as you learn, maybe you start opening your palm, and it changes a little bit, okay? And that's what it is. But what happens is, if you learn to think, you have to just practice imagining the shoulder vibrating, the joints vibrating, and then imagining the heart vibrating, and see what happens until you feel that subtle change. So even if I do it more physical like this, I start to relax, and I still think my shoulder and my heart are vibrating. It's just that I need more of that physical pounding, right? So I can make it bigger, because I just the person I'm working on, their muscles are really hard or something, or they're so tense, they're so locked up, right, that I need more slapping, more physical slapping. But the energy is still coming from the heart and through the shoulder. Right? And as they soften up, and as I can just apply more subtle energy and just to flow it, right? Because I don't have to break up all those rocks anymore, then I can just think shoulder or heart. I can adjust it. Okay? So it's by doing this, you're practicing the E. The E is intent, imagination. Right? The more you can control something by just thinking of it, right? And Sung, right? Just let it go and relax, and just imagine it happening. Right? So you apply Sung, the principle and the practice of Sung, and the energy will flow. So it's something to think about. So we haven't done this for a long time, right? But it's like our warm up. When we come up here, right? I'll say pick up the hand, right? Extend, wash your face, relax a little bit. You can feel your whole body just relax. And right from here, push from your shoulder blades. So imagine your shoulder blades expanding. You just think of your shoulder blades coming out. So that's the same thing, E, right? Using your shoulder blades. So if you vibrate your palms coming up, right? Just a little bit. And you're doing this and you're adding the vibration of the palm coming down and that vibration of the palm. Then you think of shoulders vibrating. The whole time you're doing this to vibrate your palm, just think of shoulders vibrating, right? That's it. And then once you start to realize, yeah, that allows you to let go, this becomes freer, right? Then you practice thinking, oh, just heart vibrating. This area, just a nice little vibration coming from the heart. It won't be physically as large. It'll still vibrate, but you'll get more, it'll be deeper. The quality will change. It'll be more of a hum. That hum will come out. So if you add it in with the breathing, for instance, and you use the sound. So, just this deep, you feel that deepness come from your heart. That it's like tapping a really big bass drum just softly, not real hard, but just boom, and you just let it flow. So you breathe in and just imagine the heart vibrating. Yeah. And the deep hum will vibrate this area, so add to that and all of that. Okay. So try to kind of tuck that in whenever you remember it. And again, it's one of those things, right? You're standing in line, you have nothing else better to do, right? You can just shake your hand a little bit while you're standing and just imagine, oh, this is vibrating, and see if your fingers want to vibrate. This is vibrating, see if your palm and fingers want to vibrate. Right? So you can practice this all day long, right? Private, public, anywhere you're doing it. I always think of all those meetings I used to have to attend, whether they were in school or conferences or right, whatever, and you really don't want to be there. And you just smile and like, those are the times you practice, right? Or I would go to the annual tech conference for the DOE, and I'm standing in the back, rocking back and forth, listening to the superintendent, and all the higher ups give their speech, and I'm standing there. I have to be there, and those are the times, yeah, you can just kind of practice your Qigong silently. Okay. All right. So the other thing I've been focusing on is, yes, I just wrote this whole thing last night or yesterday. I got started on where I am in the Taichi and my understanding, and it's kind of titled like, what is number one? And there's about 5, 6, 7 number ones. I just kept adding and adding and adding until finally you are number one. So I'll share that with you later. It's kind of long. I've been re-editing. It's a live post. I think the basic is there. Okay. So everything we do is important from the beginning. So as we get ready, right? This will work for standing, so we'll do it seated too. So as we get ready, we'll put our feet together. Let the ankles gently touch. And in the chair, you can gently touch the inside of your knees. Then let the toes reach down. Right? Use the ha. Open the throat. Ha. Right? Let the spine pull up. Pull the head up from above a little and relax. Always expanding, relax. And the first thing is the breath, right? Number one is breath. And the first part of breath is the inhale, so expansion. So we take a little breath in. Number two is let it go. Ha. Okay, and then we begin the large gathering. So we pick up our hand, and now we can take that fuller inhale and letting it go. And right here, you decide when to rise. Feel the whole body connecting. And then we'll add in that extra breath. So shoulders drop, everything lets go. And right at the heart or whatever chakra you want, feel the body connect, and then take an extra breath and let it go. And that extra breath, feel your shoulder blades, just like wings, right? Like you're gently flapping the wing. Come down, exhale. Breathe in. Okay, so that extra breath, you feel the shoulder blade rise and fall. So even though it's a small movement, you feel that little wing movement, letting go. Okay, one more time, in. And out. Let everything go. And you decide when you're going to support the whole body and let go. Take that extra breath. And relax the legs. Right? And open the stance a little bit. Okay. So from the very first, you're practicing, you're studying. Okay. So from the very beginning, right, we're trying to get the body ready. We're stimulating the kidneys. So we're stimulating the kidneys. We're telling the kidneys, we need the kidneys to drop and relax. We need energy to start flowing. We need to open our throat, right? We need to expand and contract. We're activating our lungs, right? We're bringing in clean air, clean energy, clean nutrients, and we're expelling. When we exhale, we're telling ourselves in every movement we need to expand and then let it go. So that theme of letting it go is Gung. Gung is number one, right? Breath is number one. Letting go is number one, right? And whatever we do from the beginning, we want to do those things in every movement of our practice. And that's how we treat the practice. So if you never get to the form, who cares? You're practicing. Okay? The form is just a tool to practice these things. Yeah? So you do whatever form speaks to you. That's why we have so many forms. Okay? Okay, so press the feet into the earth, right? And bring them just so your toes have to reach down. Come up from the side. Breathe in. Drop the shoulder blades and put your mind in your shoulder blades. To get the shoulders vibrating. And down. Again, breathe in. Drop your shoulder blades, drop your kidneys, and think of your shoulder blades vibrating. Just the shoulder blades, and just let the palms go. One more time, breathe in, look far away. Just looking straight. Shoulder blades. Shoulder blades are pushing out and vibrating. And let it go. Fill up the whole body. Deep breath and squeeze. You're squeezing all the muscles out. Just pretend every muscle is squeezing, rinsing itself out. And then the bones, we're filling up every bone in your body, charging them up, and then squeezing and wringing every bone of your body out. You just have to imagine that it's happening. From the skull all the way down to the tip of your toes. And then ligaments and tendons. Twisting, wrapping, squeezing every muscle, so the ligaments and tendons by the joints all get twisted and squeezed out. And then bring everything back to center. Drop the shoulder blades, relax. And right at the heart, expand. Just support yourself. Tilt the sternum up. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Breathe normally. Legs are expanded into the earth. You swing the legs so that the joints open. And then the hips, the quad can expand. Right? So for the quad to expand, you have to swing and let this go. If you tense this, right, they can't expand all the way. You want to imagine this whole area just expanding out. The tailbone hangs down. The top of the head is being pulled from above. So you relax your body and let something else pull you from above. Swing the legs and imagine something pulling your feet into the earth. And just imagine the muscles stretching down and the muscles stretching up and the muscles stretching out to the fingertips. You drop your shoulders and something pulling on the fingertips, and you can swing the whole arm. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Take a small breath. That extra breath. Let it go and then begin. Breathe in. First warm up. Washing the face. Shoulder blades, tilt the sternum up and imagine the shoulder joint vibrating throughout the whole movement. One more time, breathing in. And if you need to take an extra breath, just take an extra breath. If you find yourself holding your breath longer, that's fine. You listen to what your body wants to do. Constantly think of the shoulders just vibrating by themselves, the whole shoulder area. And then all the joints go. Number 2, one hand up, one hand down. We just go through the warm-up quickly. Look at the fingertip, breathing in, shoulder joints still vibrating. And exhale when you're ready. Stretch and open the fingers, the palms. Expand the palms, breathing in and out. Look at the second finger, second line. Go at your own speed, your own pace. Eyes nice and large and open. Imagining the shoulders vibrating. And look at the horizon. Look at the mountaintop. Come back to the center, height of throat, center of the palms, heart, height of throat, in and out. Shoulders vibrating. And letting go. Shoulder blades. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Even in this movement, You can imagine that the shoulders are still have that vibration inside the shoulder joints. They're still vibrating. And the palms are open and the fingertips are stretching. And forward. Turn the palms out. All the way down. Do one side, left or right. And let the body turn with the shoulder blade. Keep both palms open. Listen to the body. The feet are still sinking into the earth. Head is still suspended from above. Come forward to back. On the way down, relax a little bit, and other side. And then forward. Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to open up a Zoom account and use my phone with my Bluetooth earplugs and see how well the microphone is working, so I know what this all sounds like. Yeah, front to back. Loose circles. Just shake them out. And keep the feet extended. You want to create a myofascial stretch as long as possible. And slow it down. And breathe in, put it all together. Even this, imagine the shoulders vibrating and the movement coming from the shoulders, letting go. Breathing in, use the ha, open the throat, open the lower belly. Just imagine the shoulder joints and the palms vibrating by themselves. Think of the spine. Pull the spine in one direction, left or right. And ha. Pull the spine and ha. Pull the spine and ha. When you exhale, let the joints go. The palms can be falling in water, or the palms can just be falling with no resistance. But the joints have to have no resistance. The joints just let go. Ha. 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 And finish. One hand up, one hand down. Right, slowly pull the shoulder blades away from each other. They're vibrating. The spine slowly opening up and stretching. Fingertips are being pulled up into heaven, down into the earth. You can feel the body turning a little bit. Relax the shoulders. Let the shoulders fall into place. Just let the rib cage, the spine, the pelvic joints all stretch. Take a deep breath and let it go. Palm nice and open, fingertips stretching. Try to pass right in front of the heart. Again, shoulder blades expanding but falling in place. Soon the whole body so every joint can open. In Dr. Lamb's explanation of Sung, he talks about opening and closing the joints. He adds it into the definition. Deep breath. Feel the palms washing through the forearm, through the pericardium channel. Exhale when you're ready. Finish the breath. Imagine the heart channel in the center of your palm washing through the center of the forearm. Spirals. Drop the elbow, turn the palm back. Pull the waist and let it go. Pull the spine and let it go. Breathe in, pull the spine, let it go. Pull the spine. Breathe in, pull the spine. Pull the spine. Pull the spine and inhale. So coiling, uncoiling, coiling, uncoiling. One last one, coiling, uncoiling. Come back to center, coiling, come to the heart. Pull the body up. One open and close. Okay, palms out. Okay, we'll move to the lower body. Press both feet into the earth. Expand the pelvic joints. Shift to one side. Okay, so one side is 100, one side is 0. And then sink into the quad, sink into the hip. Let the body fold. And then the heel will come up, initiating the leg movement. Touch, you have to let go, and then transfer to this side. Let the body turn, sink until the heel picks up, initiating the movement. Right here, let go. And then both feet press and let go. Okay, so we've been doing a lot of work on that. Really paying attention to the quad, but sinking and letting go, and then activate, then shift. Right, taking your time and finding that extra movement. Don't just continuous. Let it go, and then you start each one fresh, each movement, each shift freshly. Okay, palms. Same thing with your shoulder blades. Shoulder blades, all of this is loose, it can move. And as you breathe in, pull the chi up from the earth with your shoulder blades. Feel the palms pulling, express. And with the palms, guiding it back down into the earth. See if you can feel that energy rising into the legs as you do this. Back of the hands being pulled up. You just follow that feeling, and the back of the hands being pressed down. Bottom of the hands being pushed up. No resistance. Bottom of the hands being pulled down. So, again, going back into everything we do in the beginning, right? We're practicing constantly. So, when we exhale is the lesson of Sung. Right? The lesson of Sung is to let it go. No resistance. So, if something's pulling you, you don't resist it, you just go. Don't guide it with anything, just Sung, let everything else go, and just use the E. Use the intent to imagine something pulling you and something pushing you. And no resistance. If you imagine it's pushing fast, then it drops fast. If you imagine it's pushing you slow, then it goes slow. Right? But it's not you moving, it's something else moving you. So we practice that throughout everything. Right? So that lesson of Sung is right in the beginning. You have to inhale first, so we have something to let go. Right? We have to expand so that we can contract. The expansion will allow all that energy to come in, all the food to come in, the water, the nutrients, and letting go. Right? will allow us to expel all the toxins, all the waste materials. So we're constantly flowing. We don't want to be that river, right? The river meanders, and on the edges of the river, right, we have those little stale pools of water. So we need to flow that energy down, and we need to allow our body to move to shake up those stale areas in our body so the chi doesn't get stale in certain areas, right? And just imagine it's flowing down. So no resistance is very important. Okay. Press both feet into the earth, shift into one side, right? 100% and 0, whichever way. But then we have to sink into the hip, and then the heel will release, and that initiates the foot movement. So picking up with the hand and letting out, guiding forward, sinking right here, let go, and then sink. Right here, let go, and then switch. Right here, let go, and then switch. Step forward. Back leg up and down. Every time you touch, you have to let go, and then you switch. Let go, and then switch. Let go, and then switch. Let go, and then switch. You're really living in the hip joint. And you're just really paying attention, right, to the hip joint, letting go, and then you can feel the transfer happen, that shift happen. Let go first. Let go. And once you understand and you force yourself to let go before you shift, then you can start smoothing that process out. So it doesn't look like you're letting go, but it just looks relaxed. Let go, and then it can pick up. Let go, and then come back to center. Hold the ball. Here. Okay. So when you let go and when you sink and you allow this joint to fold, right, that will pick up the heel. So you have to think, how do I walk? Right? And you're teaching somebody to walk, you would say, pick up your leg, right? If I wanted to walk and I wanted to step, you'd say, pick up your leg. But what we're learning is you don't initiate walking by picking up your leg. You initiate walking by sinking into the opposite hip joint, and that pulls the heel up. Once as the heel lifts, you're picking up your leg, right? So you don't pick up your leg to walk, you sink into the qua. That starts picking up the leg, and then you just continue the process. Sink, that picks up the leg, and you continue the process. Sink, that picks up the other leg, and you continue the process. And then that flow starts coming. So we start off, break down the movement, and once you start to get it, and you keep on doing it, then the flow will come out. Okay, hands here, loose. So same thing, doesn't matter left or right, right? Press one foot into the earth to release the other side, and then sink into the hip joint. And opposite hand and heel first, right in the center, and pull the head up. I can feel myself. I need to stretch and stretch the knee down, and then lift. Use the hand to lift and down. Right here you have to let go, relax, and then sink into the other leg, and then expand. Wind that leg up, rub against the rib cage, let go, and then switch. Press the knee down, body expanded, wind the leg up, press that other leg into the earth, rub against, let go, and then switch. Heel, knee, and then foot pump. expand, wind. Even that you have to let go a little bit down. Open palm. Pull the spine. Lift. Tuck the elbow in. Let go. Transition. Heel, knee, pump, pull the spine. Lift. We'll do one more time. Each leg. And then come back to center. Down and relax. Take an extra breath. So that extra breath, right, it's smaller. You can feel the whole body expand without lifting your shoulders. It just expands from the inside. So you feel your shoulder blades expand and let go. Right? It's like watching a bird sleep. It takes a big breath of air, right? It expands a little. Sometimes you see the feathers ruffle, and then everything falls back into place. Right? Any of you have birds, right? You've kind of seen that, right? Okay, we just finished with our ankles. So same thing, shift into one leg, sink into, let your body turn and fold and sink to pick up. Right? And now that it's free, now you can open 45 and heel and toe. This leg, right, sinking, pressing into the earth. Right, live right inside here. You gotta live into here. Okay, and then switch when you're ready. Let go, sink into this side, let it turn, and then you can turn the waist. Oh, head up, see, I gotta remember to pull, I'm hunching. And I have to remember to let this leg press into the earth. So many things to coordinate. Small toe, big toe. As you release, you'll feel that shift, right? It'll let go and it'll shift. I always think of like the Thai dancers, or the dancing from that region, not just Thailand, but the Indonesian. Right? And if you look, they have that. It looks jerky at first, but when you look closely, that's what they're doing, right? They're moving every joint, right? They're really focusing on every joint, right? It's like popping, that every joint coming out, right? You have to explore every joint movement without affecting the other joint. But when you sink into one joint, you can feel how it allows everything to release and to, or to move one joint, right? You have to release everything. But releasing the joint allows something else to happen. And you can feel that little shift going on in your body. So as you move, there's that little shift. As you smooth it out, right? And then it just flows into that shift. All right. Okay, we'll run through the set. And I know it's only one Sunday we took off, but wow, it feels like a long time. Okay, Marion, remind me to remind me to stick around for the second hour, yeah? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. 2 times I just said bye. And later on I realized, oh, I forgot the second hour. Oh, Marion must be like, oh, what happened? Marion, I forgot. So I think Sylvia too, yeah. Oh, senile. See, we're doing this anti-senility, right? Hopefully. But, as we study, as the literature and the knowledge, right, how what keeps us healthy, what keeps us from aging, right? Slowing down the aging process. It's much more subtle, right? They say, how many times do we have to walk? Should we be running? Should we be doing sprints? How many times a week? Do we have to walk every day? And then it comes down to, if you walk 3 to 4 times a week for at least 15 minutes, you're good, right? It's just that movement. Right? We need that movement. We need to stimulate our body. We need to tell our body, hey, don't don't stop producing cells, right? Don't keep regenerating cells. I'm waiting for this pedal exerciser, one of these little foot pedal exercisers, and it's electric assisted. So I'm going to try it for the two of us. And really, the incentive was when I go and visit my mom, right? And I look at these people in the upper 80s and 90s who are mostly sitting all day, no movement of the joints, and you can see the swelling, and the body is just going to be atrophy. So even though they may not be doing resistant exercise, right, just having this movement will be good for them, because you'll move the joints, you'll move the muscles, right? So there's some constant movement in there, right, helping to move the fluids. Okay, so again, from the beginning, right, everything is important. So let's practice that. So start with the feet together. Right, we're pretending we came in. We're going to build a whole warm up. We're reminding ourselves. Breathe in. And then that big breath. Breathe in. Right, so from the beginning, we want to stimulate the flow of chi through our body. We want to open up the top of our head, our crown, and connect and flow energy from the universe, from the sun, from the stars, through our body. We want to connect with earth. So we want the energy to flow out through the earth, in and out of the bottom of the feet. So the edge of the palms, the top of our heads, the very bottom of our feet have to have no resistance. Pull the chi up one time. Just to remind ourselves that we can breathe in both directions. We can flow the energy in both directions. Take a little breath. Let it go. Okay. Sink into your right leg and then slowly open your feet. So in the chair, we have to move both feet. Standing, we can just shift and move one leg. Take another breath. Practice letting it go. Breathe normally. Tuck the tailbones. Imagine the kidneys sinking and relaxed. Let all the tension in the face go. Use the ha to breathe in and exhale. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Top of the head suspended, pulling the body up. The waist is relaxed, the quad is open, and the legs are sinking into the earth. The fingertips start being pulled. Drop your shoulders and think of your shoulders vibrating. Think of your heart vibrating. Think of the sun flowing down into that sun in your chest. And smile from the heart while relaxing all the faces, that feeling of smiling. That's important. The body starts to move, let it move. Take a nice deep breath and let it go. Look straight ahead, and then we begin. Commencement, picking up that ball of energy, pulling the chi up from the earth, gathering it in our palms, bringing it to our heart. Sink. Rolling it, moving it, warming it up, bringing it from the bottom, from the root, through the body, rubbing against the rib cage. Warming up all the organs, and then bringing it back. Height of heart, connect to the heart. Single whip, turn to your right. Pull the spine, pull the hands up, breathe in, and let it go. Look at the left hand. Pull the spine for one sound to initiate one sound. Pull the spine. Look at the fingertips first, and then look at the second finger, second line, eye level. Pull the spine and let it go. And then look at the horizon. Just stare way out at the horizon of the mountaintop. Come back to center. Do the same thing on the left side. But remind yourself to imagine that the shoulder and the heart are vibrating. So turn. The shoulders are vibrating. The heart is vibrating. Look at the right fingertips. Left hand follows. Pull the spine. Shoulders and heart vibrating. Second time, look at the finger. Second finger, second line, eye level. Pull the spine. Third time, look at the mountaintop or horizon, far away. Shoulders and heart vibrating. Come back to center. Open and close, and then brushing the knee, starting from the right side. Think of the spine, think of the fingertips. Pull. Breathe in. Let go. Lift the sternum. Shoulders and hearts vibrating. Keep on turning. Pull the spine to the left. Roll the hands down. Let go. Wash through the forearms. Pull the spine. Holding the pipa right here. Let go. Twist. Twist left. Parry right and parry left. Shoulders and heart vibrating. Left hand covers. Let go. Pull the spine. Breathe in. Make a fist. Pull the spine. Let go. This is called block. The rolling back is a block. And close and push the mountain. Vibrating. Shoulders and heart vibrating. Repeat on the left side. Pull the spine, pull the fingertip up and follow. Breathing in and forward. And let go. Heel of palm. Shoulders vibrating. Keep on turning. Play the pipa. Left hand scoops under. Turn. Shoulders and heart vibrating. Right hand flips over and covers. Pull the spine. Turn, turn, turn. Breathe in and start to grab. Pull the spine. The left fist punches out and let go. Rolling back or block. Close. And double hands pushing mountain. Heart vibrating. Brushing the knee from the left side. Turn to the left. Breathe in. Followed by leisurely tying the coat. Pull the spine and turn. And let go. Pull the spine. Let go. Vibrate. Pull the spine left. Let go. Pull the spine left. Let go. And then pull the spine left as you come out. Big spiral. Nice. Yeah, nice big spiral. Vibrate the heart. Fist on the elbow. Turn to the right. Breathe in. Drop the right hand. Twist the spine. Pull the spine. Let go. Bottom hand holds the fist. Pull the spine until the elbow lines up over the fist. Breathe in. Pull the spine. The fist comes out, rises, and lets go. Opens, and let go. Pull the spine right. Repulse monkey. Lift the sternum. Pull the spine. Keep on turning. Repulse monkey left. Fingertip. Lift the sternum. Pull the spine right. Repulse monkey third time. Fingertip. Lift the sternum. Pull. Leisurely tie the coat. Let go. Left hand comes in. Pull. Pull the spine. Let go. Pull the spine and rise the palm. Let go and tuck the elbow. Pull the spine to the right and expand and let go. Spiral on the left. Double palm. Lift the sternum, open and close. Repeat that whole section. Left side. Breathe in. Am I repeating the same side? That's okay. Come down. Lift. Yeah. Feel how the body just wants to keep on turning. Open and close. Left side. Fist under elbow. Turn and pull, rising. Drop the hand. Twist the spine. Pull the spine. Let go. Make a fist. And then pull the spine to align the elbow. Breathe in. Let go. Fist comes out. Rising. Open. Let go. Left side. Repulse monkey. Brush the right knee. Lift the sternum. Keep on turning. Pull the spine. Lift the sternum. Keep on turning. Repulse monkey. Pull the spine. Vibrate from the heart. Leisurely tie the coat. Elbow. Palm. Pull the spine. Let go. Pull the spine. Let go. Pull the spine. Expand. Let go. Double palm. And then release the wrist. Right at the heart. Smile. Vibrate the heart. Gently. Closing. Shoulder blades pushing, vibrating, heart vibrating. Smiling from the heart. Slowly letting everything come back to center. Nice deep breath. Think of Gung. Relax, let everything go. Small breaths. One more time, small breath. Now that extra breath, not small breath, but extra breath. Just your wings. Now large movement. Feel the body expanding in all directions. And let the hips and the shoulders go. Find the heart and support yourself on the heart. Breathe in. One more time. And let it go. Alright. Rub the hands together. Loosen everything up and we'll end with the bell meditation. I'm watching on Netflix Detective D. I don't know if you ever saw Detective D. It's like a Chinese Sherlock Holmes series. And he's a good magistrate, detective, and he's a good martial art, and he gets beat up and gets thrown against the wall, crushes the table, and he picks himself up and he goes and he's doing dynamic tension and he's stretching out like this, and he goes, oh, and he shakes his body, and his opponent realizes like, oh, she's just stretching. So you got to do that sometimes. Just, if it's tense, just stop whatever you're doing, right? Just shake it out. And then he does his form for real. Just calm everything down. Center. Just a nice, gentle vibration from the heart. Relax the face. Energy flowing down from the sun, feeding your heart, feeding your sun. Hips and pelvic letting go, flowing into the earth. Just the toes reaching in, the feet sinking into the earth. Expand the diaphragm. Let the whole body breathe. Any distractions, acknowledge it, and then bring yourself back to your meditation. Okay, slowly open your eyes. Rub your hands, move your joints. Warm up your eyes. Center of the palm is heart. So put that right over your eyes. And just imagine that warmth, the heart flowing. Warming up the eyes, cleaning it out, the lens, the cornea, the retina. And then brush your scalp. Front to back, center to outside. And tap. Back of neck. And gently, just fingertips, pull those muscles away from your neck. Moving the head side to side and up and down. Get way up into that occipital ridge. Pull your ears down. And tap. Yeah, so I'll forward that thing I wrote, and you can look at it and give me comments. And it might be overwhelming. I'm sure it's going to be overwhelming. Just take one section at a time. But I just kind of got on this roll, and it's this bigger picture. I feel like I feel like I understand the general picture. And it's just like, what's number one? So breath is number one. At first you inhale and exhale and let go and what it teaches. Okay? And then so I can't even think of the order now. But the breath is number one, the E is number one, you're number one, heart is number one, Qua is number one. Yeah, it's this whole list. Like I can't even think of the order. It made sense. I posted it and then said, oh, I got to go back. There's another one, and that leads to another one, and another one. And the way I'm looking at it, it's falling into place in that order. It doesn't have to be that order, but I try to give a rationale, and throughout it all is Sung, right? So that first one, breathe. Throughout the whole thing, you have to breathe. And I try to associate it, right, with the Tao, right? The Tao is number one. You have to understand that if no resistance, you're trying to just blend into the Tao, right? The reason people meditate with that Om sound, the Om is supposed to vibrate at the same frequency at Earth, right? So anybody has played music and you tune in the instrument, right? Frequency is they're just sound waves. So if you're out of tune, right? If this is the tune, but you're like this, it's like But as soon as you are at the exact same frequency, right? It just blends. It's just one. It's just one wave. So when you tune, you learn to listen for that shake and that resistance, right? That's resistance. And then when it goes away, oh, nothing. So in my healing now, right, there's a healing method where you put your palms in somebody and you feel for the pulse. And yesterday what I was doing is, as I'm starting to do this, right, and because my palms are shaking, I said, oh, I can't be shaking and listening to the pulse. I realized that I don't have to stop. I can do a vibration and send energy through, because that's really what we're doing. You're trying to blow energy through that pathway until it's open. So what I'm listening for is resistance, right? If the energy cannot flow, there's resistance. And when it's open, then no resistance, right? Then it just flows. So I'm allowing myself to change the methodology of that. Okay. Let me turn off my phone.